and Head of Pediatric Hematology Oncology Unit at Hospital Tengku Azizah. We are very delightful to have her with us today to speak on overview of Malaysian Thalassemia Registry, MTR, and laboratory responsibility. The stage is yours. Please welcome Dr. Zulaiha Huda. Ni ke depan. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. Thankful for kind introductions. Thank you again for organizer for inviting me to share this Malaysian Thalassemia Registry, which I'm surprised many people are not aware or first time about MTR. So it's going to be a relaxed lecture. Just so sampai discussion. So just relax and just introductions about this Malaysian Thalasemia Registry and what are the key variables that we are looking for. It's not to say responsible per se, but it's variables, many variables, but I will focus on the hematological variables only. So, okay, so my content, basically, I'm going to talk about the overview of Malaysian Thalassemia Registry. Some data on the latest data, fresh and outbreak is not published yet. On national as well as Selangor. I thought it's only Selangor, but I think Melaka and Medicine is also pathologies around here as well, isn't it? And so. When we talk about Thalassemia portal, history online, and some patients that are studies that what are variables inside there, as well as what are variables, as mentioned again, laboratory variables, and myself, and how do we go about to make sure that that is clean, double entry, basically that accuracy. Okay, I think one of the speakers already mentioned the burden of thalassemia in our country. I think I remember when because quickly last time came to HTA to launch our report, Thalassemia Registry report. When reporter asked him what is the conditions of thalassemia in this country, his answer is one only, critical. So it's very important, it's very high disease burden, and it's very costly treatment. Okay. So historically, we came across, maybe you are not some of these cases, but these are actually I got it from publications. You can see they have fetal, they have HP bars, and the patients of thalassemia who has very huge hepatosplenomegaly stunted growth. Yeah? So they will have proper thalassemia program, and they have a very dysmorphic figure, thalassemia cases. If you see around now, if you go to a thalassemia clinic, you hardly see this dysmorphic child. You almost indistinguishable patient thalassemia as well as normal people, normal patients. So without treatment, usually patient thalassemia will die by 5 years or plus. And with the transitions, they live longer, but they still die because of iron overload. So we have a total national thalassemia program. We have to have multi-organ communications, full-party awareness, inadequate screening, preventive measure, inadequate epidemiological data, and adequate trained medical personnel as well. So as well as we don't have good data, as inability to plan to the outcome. That's when the thalassemia program came about. So we are fortunate in 2004 we have a doctor who is a Ministry of Health. So, okay. So this data transcripts propose that we should have, as you know, Thalasemia registry to find out the level of incidence of these disorders. So eventually, in August 2004, we started the cabinet, and it was endorsed by the additional cabinet. So basically, this national program, Thalassemia program in Malaysia, they have four important pillars. First is public awareness and health educations. If you see at one time, you see a lot of advertisement in TV about thalassemia screening, areas, there are a lot of posters. Now it's quite quiet now. So, but only awareness, that's going on. Population screening and laboratory diagnosis. I think we have the speaker before this talking about the screening in the population. Basically, it's handled by BPKK, Bahagian Perkembangan Keluarga. And comprehensive prevention applications, basically this is clinicians and involvement of pathologists on getting the diagnosis, and lastly, the fourth field is Thalassemia registry. So, satu organisasi Jawatankuasa Pemandu Thalassemia Kebangsaan is chaired by Yang Berhormat Menteri Kesihatan and Secretary Area Perkembangan BPKK. So if you see here, this is where thalassemia is. Previously, this actually is a bunch of insurance. And we have a unique registry as well. Okay. And these are the experts. If you see, we have combinations of pediatric hematologists as well as adult hematologists. We have Ministry of Education's representative, and we have pathologists, both Rada and Dr. Azalia. And secretariats, KKM, Perkembangan, and we have my step coordinators here. So these are mainly the working committees for this registry. So it's good to see the history, how previous people are doing fighting for this. So it's 2004, but at the time there's no system or actual data. And in 2005, we have some money to set up the computer and software to enter the data, and then extended to 20 hospitals with ICT equipment. And then 2007, so I think HKL, IPHKL being a center. And 2007, we managed to get a research assistant, 9, bekerja sambilan, which their work is to try to enter data. And at the 2007 as well, I think this registry was worked to the vendor, Internet Access, to set up the system, MTR system. And this vendor actually won the best of e-government and e-community award in ICT award. So it's a very good system, and if you see now, it's Thalassemia registry, or Malaysian Thalassemia registry, actually the biggest Thalassemia registry in the world. Yeah. So, and I think the next you see with regards to the importance of our MyStep, or many names previously, research assistant, proteges, and now the latest we have MySteps. So now, until now, we have about 21 MySteps appointed in 19 hospitals on yearly contract. So they come from many background, qualifications, some diplomas, some degrees, and we pernah ada satu PhD holder also doing a job as MyStep. It's a good experience actually, because it's about research, and they
involve a lot of this research punya activity as well. Okay, so objective of MTR is basically the important one to determine the disease burden. If you don't have registry, so it's impossible to know the actual or near actual disease burden of the country. So we also can evaluate the thalassemia control and prevention program, evaluate or monitor the clinical care of the patients, hospital and community services include transfusion services, and also importantly from this data actually we encourage and we invite you to use our data for your research. Yeah. Alright, so how do we collect the data? Actually, this data is updated. Only this MTR only include the disease patients, only the disease and only thalassemia. So previous entry we have CDAs, we have spirocytosis. So we already clean up all those data. So only the disease. And in fact, from time to time, Rauda and Azila look through the genetic, and sometimes our RAs mistakenly put a trait inside the registry and we clean that out as well. So it's basically a disease registry. Of course, there's an aim for carrier registry, as Dr. Nafiza pointed out. That's very important. But I think it's even with the disease registry, thalassemia registry, we have a lot of hiccup. So when you're talking about carrier registry, it is almost, but we try because we know our burden, our incidence of carrier like 1 in 4, isn't it? So it's important to prevent. For prevention, I think it's important. But I think the carrier will be taken. The carrier punya screening semua under BPKK. Yeah, for disease care patients under perkembangan. And so patient will be follow up until the death. So the data will be verified by clinicians before manually entered into MTR database, and these RAs or proteges or this MyStep, they don't have medical background. So we give them a training with regards to ICT, how to enter, and some training about the disease as well. So we have from time to time we have a workshop that involve these RAs. Yeah? So these are the main data elements: social demography, clinical characteristic, lab tests, treatment, death record, as well as complications. Along the way, we keep on adding in the variables. So previously we depend more on HGB analysis. Now we put in the DNA molecular studies as well. Which then I think eventually, when as the lab evolve, we have to upgrade more variables in our. Hopefully, we can add on more variables in our registry, include the modifiers and so on. Okay. So this is basically the data that you can get from the MTR registry. So this is our website. So this is real time, yeah? Means you enter right away, and from that you can extract the certain reports. You can do some analysis. So it's been ongoing since 2007, but it was stopped temporarily since end of last year because this vendor we cater for 3 years. Every 3 years we renew the contract. But last contract finished, we don't have money to go on, so it was stopped temporarily. But anyway, when this is not, you cannot use that real time, we have a master list as a backup. So perkembangan is trying to get money to revive our portal, Thalassemia registry. So hopefully anytime soon we can get back to use that registry, online registry, and hopefully we can just transfer all the data from master list to the registry. So I don't know if you understand or not. We already have published 2 reports so far. This is 2018, which I think launched by Dr. Zulkifli last time, and this is 2019, launched by Dr. Idham Baba. And we are in the process of okay, so we are in the process of producing the 2020 report. So you see, we are doing it every year. We are very energetic last time. So I think but after this, we're going to do it every 2 years. So this you can find on website. Yeah, you have this on webs. You can always get all the data. And soon we're going to produce the 2022 data annual reports. Okay, so with these reports, I think it's report the current data of thalassemia in Malaysia, and it's provide a comprehensive and reliable source data for research and scientific publications. And importantly, I think to help to guide the policymaker with regards to disease burden in the country, and easy to do a proper planning for the care of thalassemia. Okay, this is an example of research using our data, thalassemia registry data. So you all welcome to use our data. You just need to write a letter to the committee, and we review that, and you can get the data. Okay, so our MTR involve 137 hospitals, both East and West Malaysia. Okay, so these are the tables showing the populations as compared to the disease patients. You can see champion is Sabah, runner-up is Selangor soon. This is 2020. So I just have a meeting with in Klang, the one is around masa tu. So it's already, this is 2020, 1-3. Bila kita present the other day is 1-5 already in Selangor. So we are not doing very good with preventions at the moment, preventing the new birth or new thalassemias. And the total into 2020 is about 8,700 plus. Okay, so this is the highest number. Ampang is one of the champion, more than Sabah. I think Selangor, both Ampang and Rahimah in the top 10 number of patients. So you can guess your workload, the pathologist workload with regards to all the tests that required. This one is the differentiations or the breakdown of NTDT as well as TDT. I think the numbers is almost equal, so about 50, 49 to 53 or 51. The breakdown is almost about the same. These distributions of the patients, majority in the glomerular, and of course we have patients who 68, if I'm not mistaken, still alive and well. And the gender is about the same, slightly more in female. And these are the ethnic group, majority. This for national figure, majority is Malay. And this is diagnosis. You can see, as pointed out by the previous speaker, we have a lot of patients with HBE and some major. So from national, we can see both HBE, beta thal, and major is comprise a lot of among these populations of thalassemia. All right, these are the causes of death. If you see the previous data, 2019, 2018, the leading cause is actually cardiac complications. But the later years we can see that now the infections is a main issue. So, and I did this stress on the latest guideline to focus on infections with regards to organism, everything that, because this should be prevented. And this is another, the distributions, TDT and TDT, I think about 50-40%, it's about the same. 50% is 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 about Okay, the survival. So it is interesting that in 2020 we managed to do a survival curve, and we can see median survival is quite good for our TDT, 54 years, yeah? And NTDT is 70 years. So it's a good program, I think. These Selangor figures, yeah, I think the population is about the same, the Malaysia, the ethnic group about the same as national. And this is the, as I mentioned just now, the latest figure until, I think until August, yeah, is 1,586 as compared to 2020, 1,300. So it's keep coming up, the cases, yeah. And the breakdown for TDT and NTDT, yeah. And the disease burden, you can see Selangor is majority of them, almost 44%, as compared to national about 30 something, is HBE beta tau. Okay, this is master list. Actually, I brought the Excel, but I missed out somewhere, I don't know. But anyway, this is what you see, the master list of my step try to collect. So this is the status of patient alive or dead, the name of the patient, demographic data. This is the address, and this is the diagnosis. So this diagnosis mainly, I think, based on HB analysis. Okay. So, and this is in that master list, which in that recommendation registry as well, we have HB analysis. Yeah. So HB analysis here, we can see we put in both CE and HPLC. So I know when we do the audit, we go to the ground, we visit all the many of the hospitals. Some hospitals use CE as a first, some hospitals use HPLC as a first line, first test. But I presume, as I told my staff, if they have CE, you don't worry about looking for HPLC, yeah? Because some of my staff, they don't understand. So sometimes they because they don't want to see empty space in that master list. So they try to find, but I think this have to be case-to-case basis. I think most of the time, I think you only do one, exactly, because we already have molecular diagnosis. So if they already have CE, I said don't bother looking for HPLC. So if you see here, this is the code, which is, so the code actually is very important because sometimes they transcript the result to the master list, maybe it's wrong. But if they have a code there, it's as a dropout, so easier for us to double check the diagnosis. Yeah. So these are the DNA analysis, alpha globin and beta, and with that also we have dropout according to the code. Yeah. So these are the two relevant investigations, hematological investigation. They are important for our my step to understand, to know how to enter, and we can always double check. So this is not that many, not that many, but it's very important. Okay. So these are the code I mentioned just now. All my step have this, and they have that code as well. If they see this need, they can always enter the code. Yeah, this is for the analysis, just now for HB analysis. I think the rest, all this, just to show you what are data that we have just now as mentioned, the complications of the disease, we list out all the complications of iron overload, and then we have the chelators that they use, and MRT cell results, and the clinical signs. And we have a record on transition as well. We have to enter every month the volume and the weight and the height of the patients, clinical data, liver functions, serum ferritin, virology, quite a lot. So those are the data at the moment we enter manually in master list. So hopefully when the online MPR up and going, so hopefully we can just transfer the data. So these are the 21 my steps in 19 hospitals, their distributions. So this specialist in charge or pediatrician or hematologist or HOD akan monitor dia punya activity, dia punya work, and dia tengok dia punya KPI. Mana dia this RA dia akan ada every month dia mesti completekan the data of 5 patients ke 9 patients ke. So that's important for their gaji lah. So make sure they fulfill their KPI. So these are, I think, I don't know, Laura, you receive anything? So these are the involved that when we zoning them, so some of you already know, so you have a letter of appointment, okay? So we have this list, so it's easy if you have any issue. Sometimes we talk to Rauda or we can directly call the person, a pathologist in charge. Depends on the Zoom. And for Selangor, we have 2 my steps. You can see here, Muhammad Aman will cover certain hospitals, and Kudri will cover Serdang, and Ashila will be. I hope you know the my step in your hospital. In your hospital. I'm sorry. So easy. Apa sebut lagi? Sorry. Okay. So these are my steps. So these are their tugas. You can see pengumpul data, mark-skinny data, any masalah, data collection, data updating, updating the NTR master list, data analysis at the end of the year. Usually we do it somewhere in October. End of the year, we're going to have a workshop and they will present all the data and we look through and clean and do the data cleaning and finalize the data and then produce a report. Okay, so because they are not, this my staff don't have medical background. So from time to time we do a Thalasemia workshop. Yeah. So like last 2 years we do a virtual example of the program, and I think Rauda gave a talk, which is I think very beneficial for understanding the result, laboratory results. So and at the same time, now we started doing go to the ground. I mean the committee, me and the team goes to each hospital. We just did our visit to Ashtar as well as Ampang. So looking what are the issues with this, my staff, how to get the data, because I think the data, some have HIS, it's easier for them to get, some don't have. So we try to see what are the issue, how they get the data, but I hope eventually when we finish the tour around Malaysia, we have Dang Sabah, Sarawak, Penang, Kedah, and Terengganu East Coast and Ampang. Once we finish, we compile, because in that report, yes, we discuss about how they get data, pathology data, radiological data, and hope we compile and we can share with you what are the challenges and how can we help this my step to get all the data and get the accurate data. Okay, this one of the, when I saw the Rauda I tengok nak tanya, oh wow, this is interesting. So yeah, I hope we are here, Laura. Are we? Yeah, that's good. Thank you very much. I think there is a lot. I think because now you cannot depend on just clinical, cannot depend just on the analysis. We need a molecular, because a molecular actually you see the spectrum of thalassemia. When you have HBE especially, they can be TDT, they can be NTDT. So how how can we determine aggravation when I see patients, let's say 2 years old, come with me HBE beta tau on HB analysis. So is patients going to be TDT or NTDT? So the molecular analysis help in determining this, because so we can prevent the complications of these morphic features, extramedullary process in this patient if we transfuse them early, if we know the patient is going to be like TDT. So that's very important. I think there's we can do modifiers as well. So yeah, so okay, so of course with the program we have a better quality of life for our thalassemia patients. As you can see, I don't know whether this one of thalassemia patient who is a doctor who pernah posting kat Ampang rasanya. So this they have a good quality of life just like others. Yeah. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you. Repeat the question last time. Anybody want to ask questions? Okay.
Since we have time, I'd like to ask any questions. So, is there any questions for the speaker? There are 2 microphones located at the side of the auditorium. Or if it's too far from you, you can raise out your hand, and our committees will pass you the microphone in order to ask any questions.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, it's a question here.
Sorry.
Excluded. Yeah. Because you see kita punya muscle list.
Sorry. Let me see. Mendira tanya apa yang berapa 800 lebih tu? Excluding the if you see our master list here, they have summary, they have patient transfer out, in and out, and we have death cases, loss to follow, all are excluding that numbers. A lot. 8,000 over. New birth, good questions. I know what you're going to ask. Let me show you this one. Okay, let's see. This is data. You see here. New birth, new thalassemia birth. New diagnosis and new birth. What happened? We cannot diagnose most of the time. So let's say this patient presented to us at 3 years old. Katakan dia lahir 6 hari bulan September 2020. 3 years old. And dia dah diagnosed molecular HB analysis. Then we traced that 3 years ago, she will be in the new birth of 2020. Yeah, but eventually, we really do that to some extent. Because most of the patient now is the diagnosis is quite early, But except for one experiment that surprised me. Right? I think 9 years old presented to me. First time I saw doctor small picture. I don't know the mother didn't recognize patient being the target and actually TDT first time 9 years old. So we think that so good we never do that 9 years ago. So we have 2 sets, newly diagnosed and newborn. Yeah. Does that answer your questions? Additional, yeah. Oh, questions? Okay, our data is 27, yeah, 27, and the first report is 27, 2007 to 2018. First report, yang 2018. So we have subscribed 2019. I have to double check with regards to HBH, everything. But the DOC is going to be NTDT. Maybe we overlook that one. Maybe we have more culture. A good point. Okay, are we look into it? Yeah, we look into it. Yeah, thank you. New case in adult especially, yeah. Is it? You are more. Yeah.
So maybe some collaboration.
Talking with you. I think for hemophilia, I think I initiate that I did an initiative with Dr. Susanna. Every year, ask her to contact every lab, new cases. We capture the hemophilia patients. I think same thing, maybe we can capture the new cases through the lab actually, because where the diagnosis is. What do you suggest we do it?
Maybe macam cancer registry pun sama, dia capture from the lab juga.
So maknanya we will get the data from you and then enter. Is that the way?
Maybe we have like some Excel template.
Yeah. I think the other thing is before we publish or we write any reports, usually kita ada satu workshop end of the year. I'm not sure because I myself jalan pergi. I think many years ago I went, and most of the time my colleague yang pergi. I don't know whether pathologist is not involved then. Maybe next time workshop and we call the pathologist as well. Well, the second before we do a report, we have a workshop where we call all the MyStep, all MyStep in every hospital, we present their data. And we review through, ikut zone. So dia akan present, then the editors, kita orang semua akan check what are the betul ke tak, this is actually Thalasemia, Alpha, HBE ke apa. It's cleaning lah, data cleaning and duplications. Tapi saya rasa we didn't focus on the new cases lah, basically. So I think it's good suggestions that we correlate with we get it from that because you are the one who diagnose the patient, then we are not missing out any of the patients. Yeah, I think maybe we still underdiagnosed if just based on clinical from the clinicians. I agree. Okay, thank you.
One question from the virtual.
You can use it.
So there's one question from Dr. Hanif. The question is, the data collection only from government hospital, how about from private lab or private hospital?
One thing is hereditary disease. Most of the time, the insurance didn't cover. So when insurance didn't cover, they didn't go to private hospitals. Most of the private hospitals went to private hospital. I think most of them eventually referred to us because if you see there's a cost economic study done by the Prof. Azrul. Lifetime cost for thalassemia is almost 3 million. He calculated up to 45 years old, I think. So about 3 million. So insurance won't cover. So most of the patients from private, they will refer to the government public hospital. Maybe one or two outside. So private hospital. With regards to university, we actually involve UKM, USM, and UM previously. But at one point, in fact, there are regulations I think last year, they have regulation that we cannot use their data or something like that. So we exclude UM from, since 2021, they exclude UM from our data. So we put there, so the one that we display, those are the only the patients anymore. So we really underdiagnosed, but I think the main thing about Thalassemia registry is for our policymaker. That's my opinion, for our policymaker to do this program, allocations, yeah, mainly. But still USM and UKM involved, our RA, my steps goes to the place to collect the data, UM and USM, but not UM since 2021. But they have indications also. Because now, even UKM or other university hospitals, they have to pay the taxels by 800 ringgit. So it's quite expensive. And even the tuition is also limited. So most of them eventually either co-manage with public hospital or they transfer to public hospital. So answer the questions.
So there's no more question. Thank you, Dr. Zulaiha. Your presentation was really informative and insightful. Before we proceed, let's acknowledge the speaker's contribution with a token of appreciation. I warmly invite Dr. Wan Hayati to present a small token of thanks to Dr. Zulaiha. Oh, yeah, okay. Thank you, Doctor. Our final destination approaches, yet there is way more travel to uncover. Our final talk for today is prenatal diagnosis in thalassemia. I would like now to invite Dr. Munira Abdul Razak from Hospital Kuala Lumpur to rejoin us to explore more on this topic of prenatal diagnosis in thalassemia. Let's welcome Dr. Munira once again to the stage. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi and selamat petang. So last talk of the day. So this one just a general knowledge lah. Just sharing about audience and what is current updates in our KKM laboratory about prenatal diagnosis in thalassemia. Tak ada quiz dah. Ini tak ada quiz, tak nak bergerak ni. Dah on. Boleh. Manual lah. Okay. So when we plan for PND, basically first need to identify the couple at risk for thalassemia. So tadi saya dah define dah couple at risk ni, dua-dua both parents have thalassemia. And then tu criteria number satu. And criteria number dua is that and there has possibility to have offspring with thalassemia intermediate ataupun thalassemia major. So kalau macam couples tu, those are
both have HBE trait and HBE trait kan. Kita tahu homozygous HBE is like phenotype is like beta thal trait. So dia bukan couple at risk. Okay. So couple at risk tu dia define both couple have thalassemia trait and possible offspring with thalassemia major ataupun thalassemia intermediate. Okay, so we want to identify this kind of couples in our population. Sebab tu sekarang ni kita dah cuba untuk increasekan what we have done so far. Kita memang our screening program tu, okay, form 4 screening program tu memang kita design supaya kita boleh elak kita jumpa this couple at least. Okay, so design tu untuk mengelakkan couple at least. Sebab dia dah tahu status before marriage kan. Okay, tapi ada yang terkahwin juga. So kita design lagi screening of antenatal cases. Tapi bila kita design screening of antenatal cases ni dia susah lah sikit sebab thalassemia and IDA is more common in antenatal kan. So dia ada banyak limitation case tu. Tapi kita juga cuba juga, and at this moment what we try to do is kita cuba kurangkan kita punya TAT untuk HB ana so that they can screen the husband. Okay, bila dia detect during pregnancy. So actually untuk this current pregnancy tak boleh nak selamat dah memang pregnant kan. So that for the next pregnancy tu dia boleh lah refer ke ONG kan, okay, for counselling and counselling. Okay, second is next is to do molecular typing for both parents, both couples. Okay, so this one if you want to give basically the best when you want to give when you identify couple at risk, kalau beta tu daripada HB ana kan, dua-dua couple is beta thalassemia, and then kalau alpha thalassemia tu is from DNA lah, memang kita confirm DNA must be from DNA, jangan D13, D16 dah kata dia couple at risk, tak. Dia mesti from, kalau beta thalassemia is okay, dia kita boleh panggil dia couple at risk sebab beta thalassemia ni kita tak buat pun DNA kan secara general. So kita tahu both can be diagnosed from HB ana. Tapi for alpha thalassemia must be confirmed with DNA analysis. So when you give counselling also sepatutnya bila kita dah give sebab tadi saya dah present kan the variable phenotype of beta thalassemia intermedia kan. Ada je very mild intermedia. So this mild intermedia ni bila you nak bagi counselling kepada couples tu so that bila kita tahu the exact mutation of the beta gene so kita boleh bagi proper counselling. Okay. Kalau alpha tu sebab memang kita dah tahu from the DNA analysis. So yang tu kita boleh bagi, tapi for beta the best is to set the analysis untuk this identified couple at risk ni. Tapi kalau nak proceed dengan prenatal diagnosis memang kena ada DNA analysis of both couples. Okay. And then genetic counselling. And I will later I will explain more about what to tell during genetic counselling and also informed consent. Need to get consent from both that we want to proceed with PND. Okay, later clinical and psychological support to the couple, and then proceed with sampling of fetal tissue, and then molecular testing and interpretation of the data, and then after that when you got the results, then is the counselling for the couples. Tapi at the end of the day, the decision is up to the couples. Okay, kita tak boleh nak kata your PND kita buat prenatal diagnosis ni untuk abortion, so you must go for abortion. No, the final decision is back to the couples. Okay, sama ada dia nak proceed with the pregnancy ke, dia nak termination of pregnancy ke apa. Okay, but at this moment, lupa nak bagi disclaimer awal-awal tadi. At this moment at KKM hospital, even for trisomies, kita tak offer lagi prenatal diagnosis, okay? Tapi it is available in UKM. Kalau untuk thalassemia is available in UKM. And then private sectors memang it is available lah. And then kalau nak refer to ANG, then basically it's under fetal maternal punya clinic. Okay. Okay. So next, okay, what should we inform during genetic counselling? Sebab kita pathologist kan kita banyak report the HB ana, DNA ana. So mungkin you all akan jadi one of the team yang involved in the counselling of the PND ni. Okay, first to inform transmission of the disease. Kita tahu in general is autosomal recessive kan. So yang tu memang kita semua dah tahu lah 25% risk, whatever risk yang ada daripada parents tu kan. Okay. And second is focus on treatment of individual with thalassemia major and sickle cell. So sepatutnya masa counselling tu dia memang patut ada pathologist, clinician, gynecologist, psychologist yang memang expert in that field lah. Ideally, okay. And then what are the treatment available? Kalau thalassemia major, dia kena 3-weekly ke 4-weekly ke untuk transfusion and inoculation therapy, treatment possibility untuk buat stem cell, untuk Dr. Zul lagi expert lah. Okay, basically what are the treatments available untuk ni. Sebenarnya kalau kita memang dah biasa in this field. For us, macam okay lah kita dah ada ni, tapi for public, actually banyak sangat yang tak ada education about thalassemia ni. Kalau lah kita punya population very well educated about thalassemia ni, sebenarnya kita punya screening program tu dah, we have spent a lot of money for screening program. Dan sepatutnya tak ada dah delivery of this new case of thalassemia ni, okay. And then next is about obstetric procedure in order to obtain fetal tissue and a possible risk of abortion. Sebab in thalassemia basically yang ada option sekarang ni adalah invasive prenatal diagnosis. Maksudnya they have to go for amniocentesis ke, they have to go for CVS ke, okay. So that is invasive. Bila invasive tu, there is a risk, more risk of abortion. Yang tu they should know lah. Sebab tu bila you want to offer PND ni, kena memang bagi tahu lah this is the risk of procedure. Okay, so when you have to go through this is 1 to 3 risk dia supaya couple to understand kalau berlaku in the future whatever complication tu, we are covered lah. Okay. And then laboratory procedure, sensitivity dan specificity. I will explain later. Okay, so just now I informed it is teamwork. Okay, hematologist, pediatrician expert in thalassemia, gynecologist expert in fetal tissue, pathologist expert in molecular diagnosis. Tapi bila I went to training in Italy, at the end of the day, yang bagi counselling semua ni is the lab part. Yang banyak counselling is the lab part. Dia memang direct to the lab. So, let's sikit lah. Dia macam dia boleh direct inform the results to the patient because they actually know quite well all this genetic information kan actually. And then communication is between lab and patient. Okay. And then during genetic counselling, the cultural background of the couple at risk must be immediately identified. Okay, so kita semua tahu in our country basically, this is from my discussion dengan, actually I'm not involved in the early discussion of fatwa and everything about this termination of pregnancy in thalassemia. Tapi based on my understanding and also discussion with OMG, dia kata the only law that yang ada at this moment untuk termination of pregnancy in thalassemia is only for hydrocephalus. Okay, sebab satu hydrocephalus is not survive, kan dia baby and mother punya cause kan kalau dalam kita punya Islamic kan. So hydrocephalus baby memang tak survive. Okay, tak ada lagi lah reported. Ketika Dr. Zul tak ada lagi reported yang survive hydrocephalus kan. And then for other than that, kalau you tengok saya punya presentation data thalassemia kan, still thalassemia major. Kalau Dr. Zul present tadi pun, dia punya mean survivor tu can up to 45 years old kan. So maksudnya, dia punya survivor tu dah boleh, with chelation and everything. Sama dengan transplant, stem cell transplant pun, bila saya pergi dekat Italy pun actually, even though they go for abortion, sebenarnya ramai dah amongst them actually, they think that thalassemia ni banyak option. Okay, banyak option and termination of pregnancy tu is not actually the only choice that they have lah. They can proceed with the pregnancy. So for our country, the only approved law untuk abortion for thalassemia is HB-BAT, hydrocephalus. Okay, for thalassemia major at this moment, dia tak ada lagi law nak kata untuk terminate the pregnancy. Okay, and then genetic counselling must be realistic and provide information and not to guide the couple in the decision to be made. So tadi saya dah inform, the final decision is made by the couples, okay? Whether they want to go for abortion or whatsoever. So macam dekat sini pun, I discussed with one of the fetal maternal in HTA, dia kata dia akan discuss dengan couples and then if couples agree then actually they can perform it in the hospital yang boleh buat. Hospital buat, HTA akan buat, okay? And then information on alternative form of prevention should be provided. So dekat sini lah actually health side lah actually sangat main peranan untuk bagi how to prevent thalassemia. Okay, macam-macam lah kan, sama ada ambil anak angkat ke, walau kalau they can afford actually they can go for PGD. Okay, PGD and then PGD, they can have a normal baby lah. Okay. So couple areas ni tadi saya dah explain. Okay. Yang warna merah tu pun I've highlighted before when I explained to you regarding thalassemia in India. So when you have beta thalassemia ni, alpha thalassemia quite straightforward. But even though quite straightforward pun, you still have that macam non-deletional alpha thalassemia, HB Adana, kan, which is not straightforward dia punya counselling tu. Even kalau HB constant spring, kalau you tengok homozygous HB constant spring, ada je kalau you tengok in literature, dia kata born as HBH, HB pars. Tapi kita tengok from our population yang kita duk diagnose tu, homozygous constant spring is most of them are asymptomatic. Dia mild to moderate anemia, okay, homozygous constant spring. Tapi different for homozygous HB Adana. HB Adana lebih teruk dia punya phenotype daripada HB constant spring. So whoever yang want to counsel, they need to have this knowledge lah untuk counselling tu. And then beta thalassemia pun, okay, macam saya kata tadi, kalau you have my beta plus my beta plus, kita expect is the phenotype is not that major sampai TDT kan. Tapi bila you explain to the counsel, explain during counselling to the couples ni, kita kena bagi tahu thalassemia ni actually the genotype tu not 100% predict the phenotypes. Okay, mungkin kita kata this my phenotypes, tapi bila keluar anak dia major phenotypes. Okay, sebab treatment is still based on the presentation. Okay, dia bukan akan treat based on genotype yang kita report dalam lab tu. Okay. Okay, this is based on TIF guidelines like internationally. Okay, saya kata kalau internationally, kalau dia bagi guidelines ni, okay, for alpha thalassemia, yang PND indicated is in case of hereditary fetalis. Okay, it depends in countries lah. Kalau macam Italy tu, homozygous constant spring ke apa yang intermediate end, intermediate pun they go for TOP. Dia memang allow for TOP. Okay, it depends. Okay, but at this moment for our country, allowed for abortion is only for hydroid fetalis. Okay, okay, ni yang listed by TIF. Okay, by TIF. Kalau lah untuk beta thalassemia yang memang indicated is beta 0 ataupun beta plus severe. Okay, macam saya kata tadi, beta plus severe or beta 0 combination of these, dia selalunya akan presented as thalassemia major. Okay. Okay, ataupun beta 0, severe beta, ni dah tadi. HBE beta 0 or severe beta plus thalassemia, HBO Arab. So this is international guideline lah, okay, what they allow for untuk buat PND. Basically when we talk about PND ni, dia ada dua benefit tau. Satu memang is one of the plan untuk control birth of thalassemia. But the other things is for comfort of the parents. Okay, kalau dia couple at risk, sepanjang dia pregnant tu dia akan fikir, adakah anak aku ni affected? So bila dia buat PND and turn out to be anak dia normal, so anak dia carrier, so throughout the pregnancy tu mother will be happy. So that's one of the good side of PND lah, other than abortion. Tapi itulah, kalau kita kata you want to do PND is just to know the status of the baby, one of the risks that you need to take is that bila you buat this PND, dia ada risk of abortion. Kalau anak you normal pun mungkin you akan aborted because risk of this. Tapi risk is very low lah, about 0.5%. Okay. Okay, so kita pergi pada method. So at this moment, kita ada dua sampai invasive or non-invasive. Okay, so non-invasive ni amniotic free, chronic villus, syllobate free, ada yang kata chondrocentesis, tapi actually chondrocentesis dah tak buat. Dan non-invasive ni actually dia tak payah nak cucuk-cucuk dekat uterus tu, dia pakai circulating fetal DNA. I will discuss a little bit about non-invasive. Okay, so timing, actually bila kita nak offer what type of specimen yang boleh ambil untuk prenatal diagnosis is depend bila gestational age tu. Okay, lagi awal maksudnya lagi bagus. Okay, sebab better kalau dia nak abort pun psychologically and procedure lagi better than later gestational weeks. Okay, so here just a brief guidelines lah. Okay, serosynthesis ni the only sampling offered in one center in the world. Okay, dia paling awal 7 hingga 9 minggu, followed by CVS 10 hingga 14 minggu, and then amniotic fluid 15 hingga 18 minggu, and the last is chondrocentesis. Tak ada tempat pun buat chondrocentesis rasanya. Okay, so this is basically how the procedure. And then kalau lah CVS, dia ambil, okay, dia akan part of DCD1, part of the chronic villus ni, okay. So bila CVS ni, the only yang kita takut, bila ONG buat dia terambil DCD2 sekali. Kalau dia ambil DCD2, DCD2 is the from maternal part. So dekat situ dia ada maternal cell contamination, maksudnya daripada mother, okay. This is amniotic, this is amniocentesis, sama juga amniocentesis. Amniocentesis tu dia ambil daripada amniotic fluid sepatutnya from the baby. Tapi bila dia buat prosedur tu, kalau dia bleeding from the mother, dia boleh ada from the mother. So yang tu kita takut, okay. Bukan kita takut lah, one of the things that we need to exclude bila kita buat prenatal diagnosis. Okay, so in terms of lab part, there is DNA extraction and then to check maternal cell contamination and molecular analysis. At this moment actually we don't have issue with DNA extraction sebab almost the same macam kita buat blood. So sama je, dia tak ada beza pun banyak, cuma the range of DNA tu kurang sikit lah daripada amniotic fluid sebab dia amniotic fluid kan. Kalau daripada amniotic fluid tu usually the range is about 50 to 100. Tapi kalau kita buat peripheral blood tu selalu easily can get 50 to 100, 200 ataupun 50 to 100. Selalu kalau CVS sebab dia tisu, so dia banyak, dia tak ada isu sangat. So dia selalunya we all dapat dalam 300 nanogram macam tu. Okay, second is maternal cell contamination. So at this moment, limitation untuk kita buat di our lab ni only to check for maternal cell contamination sebab dia perlu analyzer, dia perlu tu. So actually the cost is sebab dia tersekat dekat maternal cell contamination tu. Sebab kalau lah kita buat prenatal diagnosis ni, one of the most important test yang kita kena ensure is we give a very accurate results, okay. Sebabnya dia punya end result is termination of pregnancy kan, taking somebody's life kan. So memang kita kena make sure betul-betul daripada baby. So tadi saya dah cerita dia ada risk untuk dapat maternal samples during the procedure. So kalau lah kita analyse mother punya, okay, problem is thalassemia sebab dia dapat mutation daripada mak dan ayah. So mutation tu daripada mak. So possible je kalau lah dapat detect the mutation yang mak tu, so kita kena ensure that mutation is not from the mother. Mesti from the baby. Sebab itulah one of the compulsory tests during prenatal diagnosis is to check for maternal cell contamination. And then for molecular analysis, okay, dia memang untuk increase the specificity and sensitivity tu dia mesti ada 2 different methods by 2 different personnel. Okay, untuk elakkan sampel mix up ke semua, so mesti ada 2 different personnel. Okay, so this is examples of chronic villus. Okay, this is examples of amniotic fluid. So kita akan spin to get the palette of the cells. Okay, so, kalau amniotic, kalau CVS ni agak senang lah sebab dia it's tissue kan. Okay. So this is example of maternal cell contamination. Basically dia guna STR analysis, short tender repeats. Okay, so kita akan guna spesimen mak, spesimen anak, ayah dan spesimen mak. Okay, so STR marker ni sebab dia everybody has 2 alleles. Okay, so father ada 2, mak dia pun ada 2. So contoh macam kat sini saya tengok this is from mother, ni diwarisi daripada inheritance from mother. Okay, mak dia ada peak ni, so ni mak dia punya. So ni ayah dia punya. So kita tahu satu daripada mak, satu daripada ayah. And then kita tengok juga peak ni, sepatutnya dia balance peak lah. Okay, so tapi kalau in case of maternal contamination kan, so bila kita buat testing ni, kita nampak, okay, this is from mother, this is from father, ada pula satu lagi sini daripada mother. So kita tahu macam mana dia boleh ada 2 daripada mother, it's not possible. So kita tahu kat situ whether this is actually from the mother. It's not fetal punya DNA, it's mother punya DNA. So in this case, maksudnya memang kita tak boleh nak report lah. Kalau dia ada presence of mutation, tapi kita tak boleh nak report sebab kita tak boleh kata this is for mother or this is for baby. Macam mana kita nak kata baby tu affected sebab kita tak boleh ensure this is for mother or this is for baby. And then bila kita buat this test also at the same time, sebab SCR marker ni, kita biasanya akan test on chromosome 21, 18 dengan 13. So 21, 18 and 13 is a common trisomy scan, Down syndrome, Edward dengan Patau kan. So at the same time actually benda ni kita kena bagi tahu masa kita counselling tu, kena bagi tahu that bila kita buat this maternal cell contamination, at the same time kita akan check sama ada baby tu ada tak 21, 18 and 13. Okay, tapi method ni is qFPCR. The gold standard untuk detect this aneuploidies ni, Down syndrome ke apa, is by chromosomal analysis, karyotyping. Okay, so kalau kita detect by qFPCR ni sepatutnya confirm by karyotyping. Tapi kebanyakan institution ni dia tak confirm dah sebab dah ambil dah kan blood tu. So ONG akan confirmkan dengan ultrasound. Okay, selalu ultrasound akan ada finding to support the diagnosis. And then the other things is kita boleh tahu the sex of the baby ni sebab kita akan monitor juga X and Y masa buat ni. And then the last thing is paternity testing. Secara tak langsung memang akan buat paternity testing. So couples tu kena tahu bila buat kita tengok kenapa lain benar mak dia dengan anak dia ni. Tak ada langsung daripada ayah. So bila kita buat macam tu then dia macam okay. So kalau dekat sebab kita belum pernah buat, tapi when I was in Italy, kalau jadi isu macam tu kan, dia explain lah. Tapi 2-3 hari lepas tu dia akan telefon balik lah. Mother ni akan telefon balik, okay lah, dia mengaku gitu-gitu dan kita tutup lah. Okay, it is bukan negara kita lah kan, okay. So memang kita kena bagi tahu bila kita buat this procedure, kita akan secara tak langsung we will detect this, kita akan dapat tahu benda ni. Walaupun actually kita tak akan report dalam kita punya testing, kita punya DNA report yang molekular thalassemia nanti kita akan kata carrier ke tak carrier, affected tak affected je. Kita tak bagi tahu dia ada trisomies ke apa. Tapi that is the findings that kita jumpa masa kita buat testing. Okay. And then molecular technique ni basically is the same. Sama je macam kita buat gaps ke, at this moment kita ada gaps, MLPA, Sanger, beta thalassemia kita ada IDP, the technique is the same. Cuma dia kalau ada 2 method. Tapi yang tempat saya pergi tu dia ada buat snapshot test which is very specific. Okay, very specific and memang dia offer this one untuk PMD. Okay, a little bit about coelomic fluid ni kan, coelomic fluid ni sebab kita tak familiar and then the only center that offer this testing in the world pun satu center yang dekat Sicily tu je. Okay, so it's very special actually. Coelomic fluid ni dia ada at the 4th week of pregnancy and this appeared at about 12 weeks. So and then it is dia boleh kita boleh accessible for testing masa umur 6, roughly around 6, 7, 8, 9. So banyak test yang buat tu around 7, 8, 9. So basically 7 and 9 dia dah boleh buat. Seminggu lepas tu dia dapat the results and then minggu ke-10 tu dah boleh decide dah nak buat TOP ke apa. So it's very early. Bila very early in pregnancy it will be good for the mother in terms of psychological attachment dengan baby tu kan. Okay, so actually this coelomic cavity ni develop sebelum amniotic sac ni dia later amniotic sac ni akan obliterate this cavity. So this is the earliest cavity yang ada surrounded by amnion. Okay, dekat sini. Dia actually amniotic cavity yang akan develop later. So dia kat sini. Okay. So apa yang dia buat di Italy ni, dia tengok bawah inverted microscope. Actually the procedure is almost the same macam buat PGT. Okay, dia tengok bawah microscope. Okay, this is maternal cells and this is fetal cells. So saya kagum betul tengok fetal cell bawah microscope. Sebab kita belajar HBS, SBM kan. Bila tengok dalam microscope, oh ini rupanya HBS tu. So dia memang sangat besar. This is fetal cell. And then by using inverted microscope yang guna untuk PGD lab untuk dia buat pre-gestational diagnostic yang dia ambil embryo tu kan. So dia kutip, actually dia collect one by one these fetal cells. Okay, dia collect one by one guna needle. So satu-satu dia ambil daripada sini and then dia kumpul about 20 cells ke. Okay, can you imagine yang kita buat analyze daripada peripheral blood tu daripada beratus-ratus cells and this is only from dia akan ambil maximum 20 cells je. And then tapi it's exactly fetal cells lah. Dia memang tengok satu-satu and dia analyze minimum dia boleh analyze from one cell. Okay, one cell, you can imagine one cell tu 6 nanogram dia punya DNA, okay. So very interesting. Okay, so and then okay, dah habis. So limitation on PND, as I mentioned earlier, the procedure itself is not, I mean, there's a risk of abortion, there's a risk of bleeding, and then during testing also, there's risk of contamination. Alloy dropout ni maksudnya bila DNA tu sangat sikit, kita detect satu je. Kita tak detect daripada mak dan ayah. Contohnya, kita detect daripada ayah. Tapi kita nampak yang sebelah lagi tu kosong. Kosong ke macam nak cakap. The other alleles tu kita nampak dia macam homozygous pattern. Homozygous. So kita nampak homozygous macam contohnya kita kata SEA deletion lah kan. Okay, SEA deletion. So satu nampak SEA, yang lagi satu kita nampak homozygous. Tapi sebenarnya yang kita tak detect homozygous tu sebenarnya sebab tak ada pun spesimen daripada ayah. Spesimen daripada mak sahaja. So tu maksud allele dropout. Kita ada 2 allele. So kalau allele dropout tu salah satu daripada kromosom tu tak berjaya nak amplified because DNA dia very low. So itu yang bahaya dalam bila kita untuk PMD ni. Okay. So dia akan jadi false positive as this is affected fetus, tapi padahal dia actually kita tak amplified pun gene daripada ayah dia. Okay. And then the other things is about maternal cell contamination lah. So kita takut yang tu. Okay, just a little bit about NIPT. Kenapa NIPT ni tak boleh guna untuk thalassemia? At this moment actually tak ada yang established method untuk NIPT for thalassemia. NIPT ni sebenarnya dia bagus sebab dia tak payah lah nak cucuk-cucuk uterus tu kan. Tapi and it is used for oncology, it is used for trisomies, okay. Tapi masalah dengan monogenic disease ni, thalassemia ni sebabnya mutation yang dia dapat tu is daripada mak. So bila mutation mak dengan anak sama, so dia tak boleh differentiate dekat situ whether this abnormality ni daripada mak ataupun daripada ayah. And the other problem dengan NIPT ni, DNA yang kita dapat tu is not intact DNA. DNA dia dah fragmented. Dia kecil-kecil. So kita tak boleh guna untuk gaps. Sebab gaps kan dia ada nak kena bind ujung-ujung kan DNA tu. So bila dia DNA yang fragmented tu, only certain method je yang boleh guna untuk test molecular testing for NIPT ni. Okay, and then it is very low concentration compared to amniotic fluid dengan CVS. So bila buat NIPT ni very high risk of allele dropout. Okay. So and for thalassemia it's only considered for screening test. Sebab kalau lah dia positif, okay, positif, kita dapat positif tu maksudnya kita tahu daripada ayah. Sebab yang mak ni sama dengan anak. So kita tak tahu. So daripada ayah. So kalau ayah dia positif, sekarang kita boleh assume anak ni hetero ataupun affected. Kalau lah dia positif. Kalau lah dia negatif mutation ayah dia, kita boleh kata sama ada dia normal ataupun heterozygous. So bila NIPT thalassemia ni, kalaulah dia as screening sahaja, bila kita detect positive results, kena buat confirmation juga. Still kena proceed dengan invasive method. So dia tak berapa glamour in thalassemia diagnosis at this moment. Okay, tak tahulah in the future. Okay. Okay, I think dah habis dah. Okay, terima kasih.
Thank you very much, Dr. Munira. Is there any question for Dr. Munira? Please kindly be informed that there are 2 microphones at the side of the auditorium, so you may use to ask any questions to Dr. Munira. Any questions? Okay, so we have some questions from the virtual participants.
Dr. Munira, tadi cakap TOP in Malaysia only for hydroxycutaneous, right? Tapi kita punya prenatal diagnosis is as early as possible. Let's say in the case, bila kita buat prenatal, kita dapat for example, HD Adana with SEA deletion. So, bila compare macam tu, there's a risk of become hydroxycutaneous, right?
Okay, at this moment, yang memang kita kata hydro is SEA plus SEE. Yang kita confirm hydro is SEA plus SEE.
Kalau macam
possible macam homozygous HB Adana tu tak ada lagi yang guidelines yang keluar yang homozygous kalau this only lah. So still kalau I go for hydro yang memang HD plus.
Sebab homozygous adana tu, lepas tu ada homozygous adana semua hydrops ke ada intermediate kan? Sebab dia hydrop semua ke homozygous tu? Sebab I baca ada dia boleh hydrop tapi dia boleh bukan hydrop. So kalau hydrop bukan hydrop,
Ya, kita yang tiga-tiga hidup lah.
boleh tu. Kita confirm yang hydrop je.
Confirm hydrop, I think. Medically as well as genetically. Boleh lah, nak tanya.
Kena tanya semua pathologis.
I have a limited DNA analysis. So that's why I think when my discussion with the Laura, at the end you will list down all the pathologies and you have to put some impression that this molecular abnormalities likely to present as early or intermediate or severe. Because yeah, I don't know. So I don't know. So okay, when I have a discussion, when we have I attended Hello 7 meeting, Hello 7 Thalasemia, where first Zevali was there. For this time, the only caregiver comes to me. But from our point of view, clinicians, we manage the patients. We know very little about clinical scenarios. And we think we can answer the patients. But his point is that should this be a legal issue? So it should be it should be also the geneticist, that is the geneticist. So now the interview is actually the pathologist and the comes from. Which I think when you're talking about genetic interpretations, I think the pathologist is the best person now, understand them, understand the, I don't know. So we have to over. But the best is teamwork.
But in patient management, we know about genotype and the best is teamwork.
Yeah, I think I'm happy that I have Nora with me. And I always call her about clinical patients, which I don't understand. So it's good that we have Nora now. Okay, thank you. Any further question for Dr. Mulira?
Heartfelt thank you to Dr. Mulira for your dedication in shedding light on prenatal diagnosis in the context of thalassemia. We have completed all 6 tasks of today's event. Our gratitude knows no bound for the speaker's contribution for today. However, we have some time left for question and answers for all other participants, for all other speakers. So our esteemed speakers are ready to shed light on your queries to foster a deeper understanding. If anyone has any question to any of the speakers, please kindly use the microphone at the side of the auditorium. Also for our virtual participants, please kindly post questions in the chat box.
When I listened to Dr. Salami lecture just now, when you're talking about HbA2, the cutoff point where you proceed with the DNA analysis, are you mentioning about 3.0, which you need to do, but we are not doing it. Very good. But you did mention we have quite a number of significant pathology. Is that what I understand correctly? So my concern would be, are we missing the carriers here? Because this is actually a carrier, but it's normal, and they never be a carrier.
and they have the disease. So, and you pointed out that it's up to the policymaker to decide who are the policymakers. Okay, sorry, just now, very limited time, I need to emphasize this because Dr. Zari is finishing here. So basically, what I mean is actually we did analysis. When we analyze the data, we take 3.0 to 3.9. So currently, we took 3.3 as a cutoff from capital education policies, but I always discuss with our team. Actually, we do have significant number of mutation, which is significant mutation in 3.2 and also 3.1. But 3.0, I think, is too low for Thalasemia. Yes, yes, below 3.3. That's why I think there is a great area where if let's say we reduce the cutoff, we will increase the sensitivity of our screening. However, we need to incur the budget whereby the specificity is very low. At 3.3, if I'm not mistaken, the sensitivity is about 75%, and the specificity is about 50%, something like that. But for me, I cannot allow lower than that because we are talking about genetic. The test should be very precise. But other group, other people will think about the budget, whether it's cost effective screening or not. So we need to balance, and that's why I always mention that it's a decision by us as a policymaker how actually we go about it. Because we need our own data to analyze. Some center they ambil 3.0, tapi internationally they ambil 3.5, sebenarnya 3.5. But I think the screening tu, the incident prevalence of thalassemia in their country is not as many as us. So we need to try that to our population, right? Yeah, that's right. Yes, kalau kita ada duit, actually, even at 3.2 pun ada. We need to screen because CAT plus 1 poly A is a mutation that significant. Causing because ada TDP yang first, even CAT plus dengan beta 0 present to SCT. So we are not sure about that. Itulah the concept. But thank you, doctors. Any other questions for our speakers? You may use the microphone at the side of the auditorium, or you may also raise up your hands. Our community members will pass you the microphone. Any burning questions in the deepest of heart? You may ask now. Yes, we have a question there. Okay, please help to pass the microphone. Assalamualaikum, saya Nada Hayati pada hospital. Minta burning question sangat ada pertanyaan biasa. Saya merujuk kepada apa yang tadi biasanya sebagai kesehatan sekutu, jadi related dengan yang ada kat sini, saya ni bertanya sejauh manakah keperluan atau kepentingan genetik kaunselor dalam perkembangan genetik sekarang atau thalassemia rare disease, sebab sebelum ni semasa pergi kita ialah Datuk Heri Zamanuddin, beliau akan mencadangkan untuk membuka jawatan genetik kaunselor, tetapi di peringkat dia sendiri tidak dapat membuka kerja untuk membuka jawatan genetik kaunselor kerana di mana tiada TPS. Maksudnya kalau kita buka pos, tak ada permintaan pun. Biasanya jawatan genetik kaunselor ni, sebab sebagaimana Dr. Zul katakan tadi, genetik kaunselor perlu memahami tentang penyakit, tentang persenjataan, specificity of the genes, gene penetration, banyak perkara-perkara genetik. Jadi, mungkin
Indonesia merupakan kursus bergabungan dalam jabatan seluruh speakers. Well, I think, yeah, the argument or bukan nak berhenti lah, tapi who is the best to counsel the patient with the genetic diseases? I think counselor, he specifies in that conditions. Like Singapore, I remember we talking about rare disease like Gaucher disease. They have a counselor who's PhD in Gaucher. And so the counseling done by this person. But when we talk about counselor in our country, I think not to the extent that you can figure out, make it out the future baby. Unless we have one who's zone into certain diseases as a counselor, then I think it's they have the right. Because misinformation given to the patients. Because most of our counselor is very generic. They might not understand the disease, and they might not understand the Mendelian inheritance. Yeah? Because if they are not in medical field, these are all read in medical schools. So, and again, the question between clinicians and geneticists, do you have to be a geneticist to counsel the patient? I don't think it's at that point in our country. We can't afford that. So at the moment, I think it's a between the geneticists and the clinicians to counsel the patients. And then we have another stakeholder, the pathologist, to come in together. The information that they are seeking here, and once we discuss on geneticity over the whole distress with regards to that genetic disorders. I mean, if I were to counsel a patient, I will discuss with the Manila first. How is this reflect on the phenotype of the patients, the possible inheritance, so then I counsel patients. Because all these diseases are genetic, actually, but when talking about genetic disease, they don't manage everything. So they manage the rare disease yang other than system disease. Yeah? Macam Thalasemia is genetic disease but managed by hematologists. It's not by geneticists. Yeah? So with regard to complications, clinicians know better. So that's what the parents want to hear. That's the important information. Of course, we are responsible. I think it's good because we are to the serious. I think generally for the consider. But it's very possible. I started I started next year is to we have patients group. So sometimes we have consulate to making these patients, whether that's parents, medications, care and similar. For counseling, is saya kita tak bagi kat dalam clinician. At the moment, I think our counselor not at the stage that can counsel about the inheritance. This is genetic diseases, not at the moment. Okay. Answer questions.
Thank you very much for the question and answer. Any other question? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, what a remarkable journey of learning in this. Sorry, we have one question from the participant.
We have one question from virtual participant, Dr. Thalasemia from Ampang. To Dr. Manira, 80-year-old lady, HP 9 to 9.5, and CB and Kulo. Oh, that's so. Okay. So nanti, I think this question, nanti I will personally refer to Dr. Manira. Okay, ke?
Orang lain pun nak dengar juga.
Sebab dia tajuk question dia.
Oh, ada. Sekejap dari sini. Ya.
I'll read the question. 80-year-old lady, HP 9 to 9.5, MCV 60 plus, MCH 20 plus, morphology and also cytosis with a core number of target cells. HP analysis consistent with beta tau. A2 about 5%, F less than 5%. In this case, shall we suggest DNA analysis or kita boleh leave it as a beta tau trait? Dr. Paul, do you have any idea this patient has any underlying disease?
It's not written. Oh, it's not written.
He responded to the question. He said that it's not written in the request form. These are all the information that is written in the request form.
Yeah, so you need to consider many other causes of anemia macam kalau dia addicted to the work. 9 to 9.5 is not that low lah. HPM also, HPM tu berapa? Less than 5 kan? And that is very typical of him. Kalau kita kata alpha triplication pun usually, kalau kita nak tahu alpha triplication, usually is less than 9. Usually less than 9, walaupun ada yang 90 degrees kot. And then the other thing is, what are the other clinical presentation that dia kata splenomegaly ke, kalau you nak suspect homozygous. Tetapi kalau 80 years old ni, I go for, just look for other disease lah, what is the typical count, get the tadi ada benda lain lagi.
Virtual participants, is there any other questions? And for participants here as well, any other questions for the speakers? Thank you for all the questions. Ladies and gentlemen, what a remarkable journey of learning and discovering we had today, from understanding the intricate role of thalassemia screening and diagnosis to exploring the nuances of genotype and phenotype. We are delved into a realm of knowledge that will undoubtedly impact our daily medical practices. On behalf of the organizer, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our esteemed speakers, Dr. Narisa, Dr. Hafiza, Dr. Munira, Dr. Marafiza, and Dr. Zulaiha for sharing their expertise and insights with us. Your dedication and passion have truly enriched our understanding of thalassemia and its various facets. Let's give a round of applause to our esteemed speakers. A special thanks to all of you, our participants, for your active engagement and thoughtful questions during question and